What is up, guys? Your boy Mike back here again for Mike's Money Moves, guys. And today we have something very different that I'm going to be talking about on this channel, guys. But if you guys haven't seen this channel before, guys, my name is Mike. As I mentioned, from Mike's Money Moves, we like to talk about making money and about saving money, guys. So I'm on obviously a mission to go out, make some flips and some hustles to find different ways of making money to show you guys and do it on your behalf. So today is going to be a different one, guys. I'm going to be talking about NFTs. If you guys don't know what an NFT is, basically it's a JPEG that you can buy that's worth some money.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Pretty much. That's pretty much it. But today we're going to be talking about a specific one at the moment. It's called the SEVENS. The SEVENS official. Basically, it is an NFT that basically outlines a JPEG photo that is pretty much inspired by Japan, its culture, basically memes, stuff like that as well, which is one of the stories that's going to be creating at the moment. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about them and the journey and a little bit about the sale and the minting, guys. So I'm going to show you guys that one now. Okay, to give you guys sort of an idea of how it sort of works in this space, what happens is NFTs, they will create hype from somewhere. They will create a community behind it as well, and that's pretty much the whole point of creating the NFT. So with this particular project, basically they had a lot of hype pre-sale before everything else, and that's sort of what you're looking for when you're looking for an NFT. So if you guys want to get early, you need to find these little trends, find out what people are talking about, and see how the community sort of goes. Usually what happens is that you'll find a Discord that they pretty much make, create a whole community, but the main thing that you want to be looking for in an NFT is something that pretty much gives it that cool factor. So we have this NFT that's obviously been brought out. They had a lot of traction on Twitter, a lot of traction on Discord. So let me talk to you about the process and pretty much what happened, because I tried to cop one as well. So I'll show you guys now as well. Okay, so to give you guys an idea, basically what happens is when an NFT product does go out, they will go and give each other pretty much a road set, and pretty much a pathway of showing exactly what is going on, what they expect and what they predict that's going to happen. So I had been following this project before they pretty much put out any mints at all. So usually what happens is a Twitter post or a Discord post will usually go out. Giveaways will basically usually happen, and what happens is with some obviously NFTs, they will have a pre-sale. So basically a pre-sale is exactly like what it sounds like. It's a pre-sale where someone creates some sort of list for people to get in early, get early access to it so that they can pretty much purchase it. I was really bullish on this. I really wanted this really badly and I didn't look through it, so it's definitely good to do your own research when you get the chance. I tried to get in minting during the pre-sale process, connected my wallet to basically the website, and it basically said you are not eligible for the whitelist, which is basically what they called it. So I did try and purchase one, but it didn't work. So the pre-sale was actually on the 5th of September, and what happens is there is a public sale on the 7th of September as well, which I'll get into and I'll show you guys as well. But to give you guys sort of an idea on the pre-sale, basically there was an allocated amount for the pre-sale. That all got eaten up, and obviously people started getting this NFT. So in terms of obviously the space and obviously the sale of obviously the project, as soon as the pre-sale went on, bam, everything went on to OpenSea. There was roughly about 1,000 items on there, and the floor price was sitting about 1.6 ETH each. These things to mint cost 0.07 ETH plus gas fees. So that is already double of obviously what it was worth, and it was a massive traction, created a lot of FOMO within the community. Discord was going crazy, people were getting mad FOMO, and people really wanted to get some as well. There were people in the Discord basically saying, I'll pay 2 ETH right now, I'll pay 1 ETH right now. I really want it, I missed out it. And obviously people were showing off their obviously little, NFTs where they can. So that created one hype as well. So unfortunately I missed that one. I stayed up all night to 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Didn't cop that one, unfortunately. So I had to wait till the 7th, which is basically on this recording of this video. It was less than 24 hours ago. I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning, which I'll show you a Snapchat photo here. I basically woke up, tried to get a mint on one of these, but unfortunately I did not get one. 2 reasons. One, the website kept crashing for a little while, so obviously there was a whole bunch of people trying to get on the website and trying to purchase this while I was doing it as well. But while I was trying to do this, the second main reason why I didn't want to get one was because of the gas fees. So if you guys know anything about the Ethereum blockchain and anything to do with NFTs, you know when you're purchasing a NFT, there is massive gas fees. So if you're looking to purchase a product or a project that is 0.07 ETH, don't think that's going to be the final price. There's going to be added additional pricing going on top of the gas fees, and depending on when you buy it, it is a lot. So in my instance, if you guys remember, have a look at this photo here, it actually shows you guys that I pretty much ended up on about $2,300 worth of gas fees, opposed from the 0.07 ETH on top of that as well. I sat there for a very, very long time, and I really wanted to think about it for a long time, and I couldn't find myself to obviously paying these gas fees because it was too much. Too much FOMO, too much gas fees. Obviously the price was inflated, so I didn't think it was gonna be worth it for me, so I actually dropped that project. But if you were ready for this and you actually knew about this and knew how high the gas fees were, then you guys would have pretty much gone straight onto that, purchased it. I think if I remember this photo, it's about 0.5 ETH, which works out to be about $3,000 or so. Either way, if you look at the floor price up at that time, it was at 1.6 ETH, which means you would have made your money back quite easily. So unfortunately for myself, I'm still very new on the market. I didn't have those kind of funds, so I had to drop that one. But in saying that, it was a good learning experience. I ended up finding out how things work, finding out what it's like during the minting process, and pretty much when public sales do go ahead. So that was a massive one for me as well. But in terms of the actual project itself, guys, after the public sale actually went by, within the next probably about, I'd say 2 to 3 hours, a whole bunch of them ended up being listed on top. And basically what happened was the floor price basically dropped quite a bit. So we went from 1.8 to 1.6, and now at the time of this recording, which you guys will watch, it's be about 1.4. Again, not a bad thing. It's pretty good in terms of obviously the floor price for something that hasn't come out just yet. And the crazy part about this as well is the images haven't been released just yet. So they are all pretty much sitting at the 777 image, which I'll post up here as well, which you don't even know what you've got. So you don't know if you've got a rare one, a common one, an uncommon one. It's still all out there at the moment. So one thing to address, let me just quickly go through this as well, which is very, very important. During the time of the release, I was watching this. So they had that little bar on the side, basically showing 7,000 of them going to be purchased. At some point during this, right before I go with all of this, it didn't actually sell it in 60 seconds or even 10 seconds. It did take a little while to do that, so that may be something to have a look at if you think it's something to invest in or not. That's really up to you. But anyways, in terms of the actual bar, it pretty much moves quite slowly, and there was a steady trend. And at some point, I think it was about 2,000 or 3,000 purchases of the NFT. It just jumped out of nowhere, and basically as soon as that happened, it got sold up really, really quickly. I went to the Discord straight away, and basically people are saying, and they did their research, and they found out that someone had bought 1,000 of these NFTs, 1,000 of them. If you actually go to the website and actually look at the public sale details and the facts, it basically says it is limited to one transaction or one NFT per transaction. So someone ended up doing 1,000 of them at this point, and the Discord went crazy. So the amount of people were basically saying, what is going on? You guys said it was only one per transaction. How did this person get 1,000 of them straight away? As soon as that happened, basically in the announcements, they basically said, guys, look, we see what basically happened. Leave it with us. We'll come back to you and find out exactly what was going on. So I'm going to shoot in and basically show you guys exactly what they mentioned at the end of that, and pretty much what you guys sort of think about it. So I'm going to go through that with you guys now. Alright guys, so we're just jumping in my computer now, and basically we're going to read this together to pretty much show you guys exactly what they said. So this is a post-launch update, as you guys can see, 9 hours ago. And if you guys have a quick read, let's jump straight into it. Did we underestimate the lengths of our community would go through to acquire the 7 NFTs? Yes. We were influenced by the positive sentiment around the project? Yes. Could we have avoided the issue where one wallet got a large allocation of NFTs? Yes. Was this malpractice or insider activity or manipulation from the team? Absolutely not. So what happened? Quite simply, we allowed minting via contract to allow an array of interested parties to engage with our project. Research was conducted into popular project launches, and we found that this was the most inclusive setup. This was the most common practice. Looking back, should we have blocked the contract level interaction? Yes. So we sincerely apologize for this. And in terms of the developments after the launch, there was a huge publicity around what happened, and subsequently the team were contacted on Discord by individuals, but they got carried away with minting. So look, obviously we can go through all of this to see what sort of went on, but I'm not going to read too much into this to give you guys sort of an idea. But it was crazy. Look at this. They are aware that our community has lost ETH on failed transactions and have confirmed that they have committed over 500 ETH to acquire our NFTs. So to give you guys sort of an idea, while we were obviously getting this and people were trying to purchase one of these, like I mentioned before, there was a lot of problems that people had. Things were failing, things weren't going through, and people paid a lot of money for ETH. So guys, if we end up going to Google, right? So let's have a look at this. 500 ETH to USD, that works out to be 176, wait, no, a million? Jesus Christ. There you go. 1,709,000. Guys, 1.7 million just on gas fees. So you can imagine how obviously pissed off these people were, to give you guys sort of an idea. But obviously that it goes on and on within the Discord. People are pretty much, you know, raging inside there, you know, wanting their money back, trying to get their things away. But look, obviously within all of this, again, they simply go off with, we are truly, you know, sorry, the anxiety and raised emotions that have caused, and pretty much what was going on with the community. We thank you for your support, and you know, yada 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 yada, basically all of that kind of stuff. So guys, if we want to sort of address this sort of issue, by the look of things, are they sorry about it? I'd personally say no, to be honest with you guys, because at the end of the day, they have an objective, and their objective is to get out of, you know, all of their NFTs as soon as they can, to go into the market, create some obviously awareness, and get their name out there as well. Obviously they want to create a good community. They don't want obviously to give everyone a bad rap about it, but by showing you guys sort of what happened, it was a bit of a crazy one in terms of obviously the public launch. So again, look, are they going to fix this? No, because there's nothing they can do about obviously someone buying 1,000 of them. But this is something that's been going on for quite some time, guys. You need to obviously remember, there are people out there who are basically using bots to purchase and bid on things just like everything else as well. If you guys go onto like different marketplaces, they have bots buying and selling things all the time. Same goes for this NFT space as well. If you guys go into OpenSea, there are so many different bots out there who will basically put bids on certain obviously projects, and obviously be obviously aware, guys, there are some scammers out there, so that is one thing that you guys want to have a look at. But in terms of the Sevens itself, look, their main objective is to get all the NFTs out there, and that is exactly what they've done. There are obviously things that they're going to go through in the future, which they want to obviously go through and address if they want to move on, and where their next step is going to be. But for now, guys, that's pretty much it on this one. So if you guys are still thinking about getting the Sevens, I still recommend doing some research. There is obviously a few speculations of obviously what they want to do next, which they have to be very, very careful about, because the last thing they need to do is piss off their community even more and people around them. And that's pretty much how obviously business works. You know what I mean? You make a good community, you want them to stay with you, you want to nurture them into that strong community so they can get more of awareness. And the last thing you need to happen is for the community to flip on you and basically make your project go all the way down. So that's just a little update on what's pretty much happening on this side of things, guys. But what I'll be actually doing is I'm actually going to be making another video, because there was pretty much a speculation basically saying that for a bit of defamation, that the Sevens actually copied another NFT project, which I'll show you guys in another video as well. I'll make sure to link that at the end of this video or down in the comments. But guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this was the right pretty much action that, you know, to go through? Should they have had a better way of, you know, making their smart contracts, so not having people bid on 1,000 and, you know, oversaturating and using and abusing this market? Or do you think what they've done is, you know, is okay? Do you think that by them doing this, they've created their market cap, they've created the funds, and then moving on from this, they want to use that to innovate it into something else? What do you guys think? Put it down in the comments below what you guys think, and maybe we can discuss it together. Maybe we can get the community to have a look and get the Sevens to have a look at this to see, you know, what are they going to do about this and how are they going to, you know, fix this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Mike from Mike's Money Moves. We like to talk about making money and about saving money. But guys, if you want to subscribe, make sure to subscribe, like the video if you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.